everybody, it's me again. Okay, so I know, back again so soon. This is a video that I would like to share with you guys about editing, self-editing, and the type of editing that I'm doing right now. Maybe you have a huge chunk of your work that's ready, and you need to do something other than just, like, correct little mistakes. Maybe you read over it and you can't stand it. So what do? Do you start from scratch? Do you just throw the whole thing away? No! Well, maybe yes. Maybe you need to. But that's up to you. I'm going to talk about something that I've been doing that I call the overhaul editing. Is that showing up? Yeah, cool, okay. So, overhaul editing is a process of scaling back and splitting everything up into scenes. Getting chunks to look at, basically, instead of going line by line and, like, fixing the way sentences sound. No. No, there's a problem. If you've read it and you don't like it, there's probably a bigger problem than just how individual sentences sound. And I mentioned this in my last video that I'm playing this game. This is the Keep, Kill, or Change game. Okay. So I printed everything out super teeny tiny so that I can read it, like, if I try really hard. Double-sided. I mean, we're talking like size 8 font. My margins are like 0.25. Got columns, like any blah blah blah. Not important. You'll figure out how to make everything squish on a page. I bought some of these. They're gel highlighters. And if you go to like a hobby craft store, you can find them if there's like a Bible journaling section, or sometimes with bullet journal stuff. They'll have them there. Basically, they're made for highlighting on super thin pages, because they don't bleed through, because it's not ink, it's gel. It's like a weird crayon type thing. And what you're going to do is you're going to take them, you're going to give yourself a little color code here, and you're just going to start marking, you're going to circle things. You're gonna let yourself know, do you like this? Why do you like it? Do you want to get rid of it? Whatever. But how do you do that? Like, what are the criteria, basically? And that's gonna be up to you, honestly. It might be different for your story. But the main thing that you want to ask, okay, is what is the point of the scene? That's huge. If you can't tell what the point of the scene is, you probably don't need it. If the point of the scene was that you thought of it and it seemed like kind of a cute, funny scene and you wanted the interaction, like, maybe, because, you know, that could showcase some characterization, like, that might be good. But overall, if it's not driving the story anywhere, if this moment of characterization is not also somehow building to something bigger, like, just get rid of it. Like, put it in a short story. I don't know. Save it for later. You probably don't need it, and it's gonna slow your story down. So keep this somewhere close to your working area, okay? Remind yourself, what is the point of the scene? Go through every single scene and ask yourself, why is this here? What's the point of this? And if you find that there's some potential problems, you know, maybe you don't know how to identify those. Maybe you know what the point is, but this scene needs to change, or you need to get rid of it, but why? That's another really important thing to identify with this process. So I have a thing here that I made just for you. Oh, there's a hair stuck to it. Great, because I shed, you know? That's awesome. Hold on. fix. Okay, cool. Potential problems with your scene may be, characterization. You know, maybe it's, this scene may not display your characters the way you want anymore, or it may have taken your character's growth and personality someplace that you did not want it. I'm running into that a lot with one character in particular. He's changed so much throughout every single version of this story. The other stuff on this list, I can't read it because it's backwards in my camera. The mood or tone shift. This scene that you're looking at that you don't like, it might be a good scene, but it might alter the current mood that you're going for. Maybe this part of your story is kind of dark and serious, and this may change that. This might make things inconsistent with your tone and your mood. And that's reason enough to scrap a scene. It's also, I mean, you might just need to change a few things. Maybe there's some dialogue that you can get rid of, or whatever. Like, it's not a totally bunk situation. Other potential problems. Weak motivation. You might read over it and you see whatever the point of this scene originally was. Maybe a character just doesn't have a good enough reason for being there in this scene as a whole. And man, character motivation is huge. If a character does not have a reason for being at the place that they are, the whole thing, I mean, it's bad from the beginning. You have to give them a reason for being there. You know, why did this character travel down here to meet this person here? Why? Not, oh, it's a mystery. No, you need to know why. You need to figure it out. That's important. Because if it is never touched upon why that they're down there, your reader is like, but you could have just stayed up there. What was the point? Like, have strong motivation. And do not be afraid of, like, letting that motivation be known. I mean, unless it's, like, first-person point of view, you know, but then your character should be speculating on why somebody else is around. Weak motivation is a big, big problem. And the next part is change in storyline that could be a problem. This scene could just take your story in a direction that you weren't intending. Maybe in just like a little way too. You know, kill it, get rid of it, go back, start over. Another big one that I'm just now kind of in this phase struggling with is low stakes. I see this a lot in young adult novels, especially, but it's everywhere. Everybody does it. The stakes are just not high enough, anywhere, for anything. There's not enough danger, there's not, enough, like, on the line. Or, you know, a character is conveniently avoiding, all of the bad things that are happening. They aren't facing problems. So, you know, make bad things happen. Make them deal with consequences. It's scary. It's uncomfortable to write. Like, I don't like doing it either, but, well, that's a lie. I love it. You know, go head on into danger. It's scary. We may not have that kind of resolve in real life, but as writers, like, we need to have the guts to take our characters there. We need to have them deal with this stuff. Set the stakes, like, as high as you can. You know, make your reader feel like, oh my god, like, that's what you want. And then, yeah, last but not least, it's just, you know, not enough of anything. Nothing. It's just, you just don't feel anything in this scene. There's not enough motivation, not enough stakes, not enough, you know, and nothing's changing. So that's how I play, you know, Keep, Kill, Change with, Overhaul Editing. It's a real simple game. You know, it's the first step to Overhaul Editing. Once you've kind of made yourself a little blueprint with this game, then you can start doing the rewriting and the little line edits and all that. But tackle the big thing. Get the big thing done. With Keep, Kill, Change. So I hope that has helped a little bit with how to tackle this big ugly thing, how to break it up into a manageable task, because it's scary. I mean, I got this thing here. It's actually almost 70,000 words. So, let's go, let's do it, let's get to work. So, feel free to leave me comments about how your own work is going, how your own editing is going, and ask questions. I love this stuff. I live for it. So, have a nice rest of your night, guys. Bye.